Hello, 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 YouTube. It is your girl, Krista Nicole Mann, and I am back with another video. I'm a little bit silent because I don't want my son to hear me. I am on late tonight, and I am going to try to make this not too long. I have some exciting things to talk to you about. And I just want to first say subscribe to my YouTube channel, Kristen Nicole Mann. I talk about all things for the modern day woman to find their true authentic selves through all things creativity. And tonight I want to talk about the creators economy that we are in. We're not talking about it becoming anymore. We're in it. So we have to start having those hard conversations about what is next. If you are a creator, even if you have a job, it doesn't matter. We're in this type of economy. So the skill sets, I have done past videos about this particular topic and intertwined it in other videos. And it is extremely important for us now as women to, figure this thing out and execute. And so I want to today talk really about the top skills that we need as women in 2024 and beyond, because there's no going back, and a lot has changed. And I don't really have to go too deep into that because we can all see that for ourselves. So, some of the things I'm gonna go over, I'm not gonna go over every single skill, but I want to give you like maybe at least three or four, maybe five. Um, so that you can go and look over these yourself. And I'm considering doing a workshop. So if I do, I'll put it in the description and you all can sign up for it, because it is the digital age. And I am extremely surprised at how many people they don't really know all the things digital. And it's a little bit concerning because I'm like, we have all industries across the board going into digital technology more than ever before. And, the thing is, we have talked about this stuff for so long, and I don't think people thought it was real. I think people was like in awe about it, and they were like, I'll get to it when I get to it. So this is something we need to discuss. So let's get into it. All right. So if you're an entrepreneur, let me say this first. If you're an entrepreneur, you have to pay attention to this stuff, because we're not going to maneuver or be successful in that space without some of these things. Like I said, there's a billion, like 30 things that I can go over, but tonight I'm only going over a few. So let's get started. I am going to put as best as I can some of the things in the chat so that I can bring it up on the screen. Let's see how this goes. All right, so the number one thing, I cut it off, but communication. Okay. Communication is a top thing right now, and forever and beyond, it's going to be a thing. So, communication is commonly defined as the transmission of information. Its precise definition is disputed, and there are disagreements whether about whether unintentional or failed transmissions are included, and whether communication not only transmits meaning but also creates it. So, communication. Now, when you say communication, people just automatically think they are a communicator and they're good at that. That's not always the case. Just because you can say a sentence or two doesn't mean that you are effectively communicating. When this speaks of communication as a skill, it's thoroughly being able to facilitate, maybe a class or get on YouTube, have a channel, and teach something to the point where you can um be hold on, somebody's messaging me. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Um, I'm so sorry, y'all. This is important now. um, hold on, y'all. I'm sorry because I was on a tangent, right? Um, I'm a businesswoman, so I gotta make sure I'm answering. Um, okay. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so communication. People think that they can communicate because they can formulate sentences or, they can communicate amongst their environment that they're used to. So when you take yourself out of your environment and you put yourself in spaces where you're not familiar with the people, you're not familiar with, how it's going to flow, and you can just adapt, which is one of the things that I'll get to. That is when you know you are an actual communicator, because it's not something that's always going to be planned out to where you know every single thing you're going to say. There are some times where I had to freestyle a lot of things, because it went another way than what was expected. And the good part of that is research really helps you communicate effectively. If you read books and you renew your mind every day, this will help you effectively communicate, because there was a time where I wasn't on here, talking and speaking thoroughly about things. I was like, you know, dumbing myself down in a sense, because I would want to not look as if I was intelligent, you know, the young and dumb stuff. Anyways, um, read a book or two and figure out, how to communicate effectively with all different diverse backgrounds. Because in this economy, it's not about being white, black, Asian, Hispanic. It's like everybody's going to be involved. So you have to effectively communicate um, amongst each other. Second thing, I don't want to be on here that long. This is a big one. Hold up. Let me make sure I copy and paste this correctly. This is a huge one, y'all. So listen up. Listen up. Emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand and manage your own emotions as well as the emotions of others. Okay, this is a big one because This is one that I really had to work hard and having to work hard on this emotional intelligence, because when you're involved in things that are for the future, you cannot be emotional and kick and scream and have temper tantrums. You have to be able to read the room in a way of when to speak, not to speak. Um, what am I picking up with this person that I'm having a conversation with? Are they liking what I'm pitching to them? Are they not liking what I'm pitching to them? All of these things, vary with emotional intelligence. And if you don't study this, and let's just say you're used to communicating a certain way, and your response that you get back from something that you want executed or you think is going to be successful, and say people in the room are like, no, mm-mm. And they're just cutthroat. And then you sit there and you have a whole emotional moment. That's not gonna fly no more. The long are the days where you'll be able to cry to your manager or your boss about, all the, things that you have to do. And we're competing with AI. Whether we want to say it like that or not, humans are competing with AI. So AI does not have emotions. You ask it to do something, it does it. That's what our economy and industries are shifting to. They just want the work done. So if you don't have emotional intelligence, it's not suppressing, but it's understanding where you're at. There's an understanding that needs to be had. And a lot of people are, they struggle with that. And how to fix it, um, I would just, like I said, study books, go on YouTube, look at, people breaking down what emotional intelligence means, and just do it over and over. It's like practicing for a big game. Allow that to coach you, allow the book to coach you. And you'll be on your way. But this is a huge one, and I really encourage you to put this at the top as a priority. And this kind of flows into the next one because this is also, these all go together. Um, these all go together, and you can't skip them. Next one, adaptability. Y'all probably like, these skills are so cliche. No, they're not, because everybody does not put muscle into these type of skills. They haven't probably for a while. So it's not a good thing to put these on the back burner, because you want to be able to have it in your frontal lobe so that you immediately react in the healthy manner. So adaptability, embracing flexibility might be one of the reasons you are reading this right now. Being open to change is incredibly important. Okay. So, in a creator's economy, that's what I probably should have put as the one of the definitions. Let's see if I can definition. Being in a creator's economy, um you have to adapt. You have to adapt because it is technology driven, and there's so many changes that can take place to where you're like, what? You wake up the next day, things have been added, there's new systems, there's new things on these. I'm telling you, it could change that fast. It could change while I'm talking right now. Um, So I'm gonna put up the definition of what you call it, the creator's economy. So the creator economy is characterized by the emergence of various tools and services that support and empower creators, such as content management systems, social media management tools, e-commerce platforms, and online marketplaces. So everything is online right now. Um, this is what it's speaking of when it talks about the creator economy. The characteristics um is the e-commerce spaces and the management system, the content management system. So that could be like back office things when it comes to your online business. You have to have certain things and systems in place in order to keep you um, almost like an online planner system, or like things that you put your meetings on, or even like Zoom would be an example. Zoom or Google um, video, whatever they call their video, all of those things you need to learn in order to have an online business, because it's online. We're no longer going to um, place to place to place to place to meet people. Everything is not in person anymore. There's a bunch of things online. There's summits online. There's networking events online. There's even conferences online. Then, on a smaller scale, people are having one-on-ones online. In particular, I've taught paint classes online. So there are systems that have to be in place, and you have to look into these things and learn them. And if you don't know where to start, I encourage you, like I said, I'm going to have a workshop probably about all of these things, because everyone's not aware, and we don't want to assume that everyone knows. I don't even want to assume that you know where to get all this stuff or how to do all these things. Right now, I'm using StreamYard. Everybody might not know what StreamYard is. It does seem popular to people that are online. You know, we see it all the time, but people aren't online like you think. They haven't even transitioned. They're still in the old system. Um, but I think it's important to do this live and even continue to have this conversation amongst people that I know, because it just needs to be had. And a lot of Black women specifically, we're starting businesses, we're starting online businesses, but are you around the right people to sustain your online business? Do you even know how to get on and tap into your audience? Like, and that could be a scary thing, but surround yourself with people that's doing it as well, and it gives you confidence. And that's actually one of the that's one of the things I'm going over tonight. But let me pivot to another one real quick that is important as well. Because obviously we know creativity is important for a creator's economy. Like, that should be a given. But these are things that we know and we're aware of, but when you really hone into what these definitions mean, you're like, maybe I don't have enough of that. This is to get you to critically think. So collaboration, let me bring that up on the screen. That's a skill that you may want to pivot fast. um, Foster collaboration by valuing diverse input, building trust, and getting people invested in collective goals. An example of that is you bringing on a guest to your podcast, you collaborating with someone with a workshop, you collaborating with someone with your businesses. Like, let's say you put a package together and you want to add someone's lip balm to your subscription box. That's collaborating. These are all creator ways of getting their brands and businesses out there. And you have to have that creative aspect of thinking outside of the box of, okay, I might have done everything by myself before 2020, but now we got to go all in. Now I need to see who aligns with my business, who aligns with my mindset, who aligns with what goals and values that I have. So, collaboration is a skill that everybody does not have. There's a lot of people still stuck in the crab in a barrel mentality. They competition. It's the world against me type of mentality when they walk out that door or when they get on here. But hey, that's only going to get you but so far. I've learned, other people I know learned, it's not going to get you as far as you think. So you want to be real careful, really careful of writing that off, writing collaboration off. Don't write that off. Learn how to put your pride to the side and see who you can collaborate this before this quarter ends. Okay? Okay. So, let's see the next one. We're moving on because I don't want to be on here all night. Okay, I'll do two more. Two more. Trying to make sure that I give y'all some important ones, and then you can go look further yourself. Okay, so I brought this up during this chat. Artificial intelligence is a powerful technology that has been woven into the fabric of almost every industry and organization. You're not going to see any place without AI right now and moving forward. The thing with AI is that it's been here. It's been here. It's actually not new. But it hasn't been so accessible. And so now we're in a place where, a lot of these things what they call lower level people, we have access to directly. And that is amplifying the needs of these companies and where they need to fill in the gaps, where they need to cut off people. And it's eye-opening. They're getting rid of whole departments. They're getting rid of a lot. They're cutting a lot of corners with this artificial intelligence. So how you can leverage this as a creator in the creator's economy, as a woman, learn it. Learn it. You're going to have to learn it. You're going to have to test it out. You're going to have to play with it. And what I mean by play with it, you're going to have to see what it does. You don't want to be completely in the dark about artificial intelligence. You may not want to use it. That's great. But you also don't want to be completely in the dark about it. So I encourage you to look at some videos about it. Download it, see what it does. If you don't want to use it, don't use it. But this is the way things are going. And as a human, I want to know what this thing is so I'm not left in the dark. There's just some things you have to look into and not stay away from, like, man, nope, I'm not touching that. It doesn't matter. You can still research it. And make sure that you have some information about it. Okay? Now, the next one, now this one may or may not surprise you. And this is the last one because I'm a little tired. All right? This is the last one. But it's very important and it's surprising. Okay, let's bring it up on the screen. Confidence. Confidence. Confidence is a skill you need for 2024 and beyond. Confidence is the ability to trust your instincts, your ability to make good decisions and choices that you make. Now, when I said confidence, what did you think of? See, these things, when you see definitions and stuff, it changed your whole outlook. So, confidence, you can think, okay, I'm confident because I look good, I smell good, I dress good, my hair is done. That's not really what confidence means. Confidence is an internal skill that should ooze out of you. So it helps you make good decisions for what direction you're going in. It helps you reach out to those people that you may think is like up far from you, but you have to lead with that in order to reach out to them. Because what if they say yes to whatever you're offering or whatever meeting you want to have, or um, you have to lead with that confidence, and it doesn't matter what you look like. I could be on here dressed up, I could be on here like this, I could be on here with my hair not done, but guess what if I still gave you all the information that I gave you tonight? That's called confidence, because I'm not thinking about materialistic things. I'm thinking about making good decisions and connecting with good people to bring forth what I'm trying to do, industry wise or business wise. So confidence, work on that confidence. Tell yourself every day in the mirror, talk to yourself, renew your minds. All that has to do with confidence. And I want you to practice that. Like shooting in the gym, practice, 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 practice. Should I do one more? Should I do a bonus? What am I gonna pick? Okay, this is a spicy one. This is a spicy one because this is a hot topic right now. Oh. So this is the bonus, and then I'm gonna get off of here. All right. Advocate for diversity and inclusion. Take an active role in advocating for diversity, inclusion in the workplace. So, diversity, equity, and inclusion is being cut out right now. We're seeing a lot of drama with this term, and you know what? You still should advocate for it. I will tell you why. In the business world, that is why I want to be a part of it and continue to be a part of it, because you learn so much. I mean, you learn so much about people. You're not stuck in just everything looking the same. And it's beautiful, right? Why would you want that taken away? Why would you want the business and entrepreneurship world to be like the 9 to 5 that you left? Why would you want that? I don't want that. So from my angle and my lens, I personally want to advocate for it because it helps everyone win in a sense of everyone gets the backing that they need. Now, Arian Simone, she's currently getting sued by the FBI for her capital fund, and we're watching this in real time. This is on TV, and it's really sad to see them doing this to her. And it's I appreciate her stamina, her stance. Like, she's standing on heavy business, and she's making sure that she doesn't fold when it comes to advocating for the women that she helps give to. And if we don't have these other people that are like her advocating for this diversity and inclusion, I mean, it's going to look bleak. It's going to look bleak. And someone had a good point on something that I watched, and they talked about Atlanta and how Atlanta's business community is thriving so much because there's so much diversity, and there's so many different kinds of businesses, and it's just thriving. And it's like, okay, the world is, but there's still these people that want to hold tight to these toxic, ancient, old ways. And say what you want to about diversity and inclusion, but it has helped so many people get their businesses to a healthy point. They didn't have to start in a hole. A lot of business owners, especially Black women, women in general, we are lacking capital when it comes to starting businesses. We don't have a loan or a chunk of money to start. So what do we have to do? We have to fundraise. We have to go to, we have to write grants. We have to do all these things so we're not in the hole. We don't want to keep doing that. We want a bridge. So advocate for it. I can go all night about it, but it's a bridge. It's a bridge to help people that may be overlooked when it isn't there. And you know, support in the way that you can. Speak with your local leaders about the funds for it. It's a shame. It's like, governors are cutting it. I did a video about Alabama's governor. She cut all of it. It's done in October. It no longer will be a thing. There's other governors, Florida, probably other southern states that's going to take after this. And it's pretty dangerous to put people in a bind like this. But do they care? Probably not. Probably not. The action shows. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting like messages and stuff, so I don't want to be rude, but these are some of the skills that you want to take into consideration. And I hope this video helps. I'm definitely going to post this on all my platforms and clip it up. And I don't care how I look. I don't care, because I got a mission. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission. And speaking of which, the mission is I put up my Africa video that I got the opportunity to visit Ghana and Kumasi, or Ghana, and the two cities was Accra and Kumasi. And I got to visit both. And we reason why I went over there is collectively as a group. I went with someone that put us all together and led us into an initiative to give schools and women's shelters sanitary items, because Ghana has a 20% import tax and a on top of that a 32% luxury tax. So that makes it extremely unaffordable for the citizens over there, and they cannot afford it. So what they have to do is either use a cloth, or just can't go to school. A lot of them drop out. A lot of women can't work because they have their time of the month and they have nothing to compensate for what happens naturally to women. So I have been sending funds since I left to the organization that we work with, but I want to continue to send them funds. And I've been sending what I can without asking people, or even telling them within my business. And now I'm putting it in my business as one of the things I would like to have as a contribution to this world. And I will continue to do that whether I'm in Africa or not. And I'm still in contact with the organization, and they're still doing those things. So whether we're there or not. So I would really like to continue to give to them. And I have created art kits. I have a bunch of other things on my website. I have journals. I have children's books. I have another book coming out, all these things that, I want to take a portion of those sales and give it to them. So if you find it in your heart to donate, or purchase something so that I can donate on behalf of you, you can go to www.kristennicoleman.com, just like it's spelled right here, right there. It's www.kristennicoleman.com. Okay? So I'm gonna get off of here and I will see you soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, go to my website and I will talk to you later. Peace.